from me, Peter Brackley, 2 steps from Wembley. It's the first leg of the Carling Cup semi-finals. And tonight in East London, Upton Park is alive with expectation for the meeting of Premier League sides West Ham at Birmingham City. Okay, let's have a check on the teams. And while West Ham's league position may be a precarious one, they've certainly excelled in this competition. Wins over Sunderland and Stoke preceding their quarter-final 4-0 success over holders Manchester United. A wonderful night that was. So another Carling Cup showdown will hold those several over Barnsley. The likes of Scott Parker, Victor Obinna, Frederick Piquion and former Birmingham defender Matt Upson are all included, along with American Jonathan Spector, who was a 2-goal hero against United in the last round. But Carlton Cole, I should say, who also got 2 in that game, is only on the bench. New signing Wayne Bridge, on loan from Manchester City. We think that's gone through today. He's set to make his debut at the weekend against Arsenal. Well, for Birmingham, there's no Lee Bowyer. He's completing a 3-match ban, awarded on video evidence after his stamp on Arsenal's Bakary Sagna. So he misses out on the chance to feature against his old club. Barry Ferguson, Craig Gardner, Keith Fahey and Alexander Kleb, all starters in midfield there, as is Sebastian Larsson, even though he's weighing up a move to Newcastle in the transfer window. It's Ben Foster in goal, and other regulars are back too after a few arrested for the weekend's FA Cup win over Championship side Millwall. McLeish looks to first-choice players such as Roger Johnson, Scott Dann, Stephen Carr and Liam Ridgewell in defence, while at the top end Cameron Jerome has the main striker's role at the expense of Matt Derbyshire, who got a couple of goals in that win on Saturday. They had a pick-up in form, and that did seem to coincide with him putting the scarf on, but he didn't wear it against Newcastle, and they were humbled 5-0 in their last Premier League outing. Here's Tompkins tidying up for the Hammers. Rob Green behind him in goal. Seems to have put his England nightmare behind him from the World Cup. Rob Green, he's been in terrific form this season, despite their woes down at the foot of the table. Ben Foster, of course, who kept goal for England against France in the last international, the friendly, at Wembley. It's young Winston Reid who's come into the team, playing at centre-back, Upson on the left. It's Tompkins in the middle, alongside the New Zealand international Reid. I say come into the team, he was actually a starter at the weekend against Millwall in the Cup, against Barnsley rather in the Cup, but I don't think he was expected to start this evening. But he's in from the off. It's a big night for him. A real challenge thrown at him by Avram Grant. It's Cameron Jerome on the prowl for Birmingham, turning Reid as well, and just beyond Kleb, who's arrived at the far post. So a positive start here by Birmingham. Gardner, who will be at the heart of the midfield, is in fact the leading scorer for Birmingham this season. He had options in the box then. Gardner will be looking to make those surges from midfield whenever he can in support of Jerome. Scott Parker with a free kick for West Ham. Such a key figure for them. Their driving force in midfield. That's a foul by Victor Obinna, the Nigerian international on loan from Inter at Upton Park. Getting the nod tonight ahead of Carlton Cole. One of the heroes of the last round then, who has been left on the subs bench. Obinna with just 3 goals this season. Again, the decision going West Ham's way. Will he survive whatever the result tonight? There's a feeling he could well be sacked this week, even if they do win this fixture. Certainly his position is under serious scrutiny. And according to some newspaper reports anyway, the decision has already been made, he's going. That will be pretty harsh if they have a good win tonight. We shall see. He's done his best to swat away all the persistent media questions about his future, Grant. But there is a board meeting tomorrow, and we may have a revelation after that as to what's going on. Here's Scott Dan. Swapping passes with Ferguson. He'll be pretty much anchoring in midfield for Blues. Gleb will have a free roll, I would think, in support of Jerome. Dan again. Drilled out here towards Stephen Carr, who got forward. And it's Parker on the ball for West Ham. And a chance for Forbert to break, the Frenchman. I think he's tossed that in too close to Carr, though. Doesn't fall for Larson, so there was Upson. He was indeed featuring at left back then tonight. This is Obina. In the way was Craig Gardner. Corner though to West Ham. We'll be looking for at least a one-goal advantage to defend at St Andrews, where Birmingham are normally so strong. Parker then with the corner. Foster getting his fist to it. Oh, well wide of the post in the end. From Tompkins. Freddie Sears in the mix there. The young player who's come up through the academy at Upton Park. It was actually, yes, it was his strike on goal, actually. He's come back recently from a loan spell with Scunthorpe, where he did okay without scoring, but he's impressed since his return. Hence his inclusion tonight. Larson's throw. For Jerome to chase. But Tompkins was covering. And Ben Foster, a League Cup winner, of course, with Manchester United a couple of years ago. Started the shootout win over Tottenham Hotspur at Wembley. One crucial save, I remember, from Jamie O'Hara. The other end, another big England contender then. Rob Green very much back in the picture as far as Fabio Capello is concerned. The aberration against the United States, now a distant memory. Parker, who does work so hard for West Ham. When he's included, they seem a different team. By Spector, it's Upson across the face of goal. And some desperate defending there by Birmingham, and Larson almost put it through his own net. Foster guarding the post, just managed to keep it out. A real let-off there for the away side in this Carling Cup semi-final first leg. Ben Foster to the rescue for Blues. Noble now then with the corner. Again looking to apply some early pressure here, West Ham. But it's Schleb breaking for Birmingham. Not for long. And then Larson is able to latch onto it, but poor delivery by him. Some surprise that he is playing for Birmingham tonight, and that he's been given permission to talk to Newcastle without a move during the transfer window, as I was saying earlier. Birmingham certainly don't want to let him go, but it might be down to what the player himself thinks. He hasn't been an automatic selection lately. Foster most certainly has. Although not at the weekend when Mike Taylor came in for the FA Cup tie. I think there was a deflection there. It might have sneaked in on that near post, but for his alertness. Upson with a header. Straight though to Johnson. Obina then putting pressure on Stephen Carr. Obina and Piquion, the two up top for West Ham. With Carlton Cole waiting in the wings for his opportunity. Johnson. Now Parker looking to launch a raid here for West Ham. Obina. Sears in space. He's got Forbear in support too. Forbear in at right back with Tel Ben Haim, the Israeli, having returned to Portsmouth after the end of his loan spell with West Ham. There's Sears. And it will be a throw to Birmingham. Hoping for their first win at Upton Park, Alex McLeish's team, since 2002, when Stern John was a scorer at their 2-1 success. I think he got them both. Carr. Good movement from Larson. Up comes Carr in support. Larson again. Two in the middle to aim for. Way though by Reed. He's making only his third start for the Hammers. Noble. Piquion. How sharp will he be tonight? That could be a crucial factor in deciding the outcome. Piquion is the top scorer for West Ham this season on 7. Playing under Abraham Grant again, as he did at Portsmouth last season. Here's Obina. Free header for Johnson. Clare, lovely turn by him. Now Ferguson. That will be a free kick. Player's been brought back. Clare, who is such a talent, his shirt was being tugged then clearly by Parker. The Birmingham fans haven't really seen the best of Clare yet during his loan spell from Barcelona. But he featured in the game at the weekend in the FA Cup and did well too, Clare, I gather. Hence his inclusion tonight. No doubt about his ability to change a game with his talent, his skill on the ball. On by Fahy, the Irishman. Cameron Jerome. Gardner letting fly, but no real sting behind it. Routine save for Rob Green. Piquion, straight to Ridgewell. Playing it left back for Birmingham. Here's Parker, constantly on the move, as is Noble. It's done well here, Mark Noble. Might go all the way too. It's Obina. So many back there defending. Still they can't get it away, and Spector hooked it away from goal. But it's gone in the end. Foster couldn't keep it out. Mark Noble. West Ham have the lead on 12 minutes. Birmingham have had some shaky moments back there, and they have conceded. No emotion on the face of Abraham Grant, but he knows how important it is for them to establish this early advantage. Birmingham just didn't deal with this. It was Spector hooking it back, and then Noble really fired it in, and it was too hot for Ben Foster to handle. Beat the keeper and the man on the post. Scott Dan. Mark Noble only recently back from injury. That was Fahy in for Birmingham and looked to respond instantly. Local boy made good, Mark Noble, through the academy at Upton Park. Their longest serving player. And he has put his team in the driving seat. He had a month or so out with a hip injury until his recent return. Larson with the corner. Obinna, then Kleb getting involved. Couldn't get away though from Noble. They certainly missed him during his absence, Mark Noble. Well, he's returned with a vengeance. Freddie Sears now. He actually came back into the side for the game at Newcastle when they were thrashed 5-0, and a minute afterwards he really wasn't ready for that one. Man of the match at the weekend in the FA Cup, and he started in similar fashion tonight. That was his early ball dug in for Obinna. Never looked in control of that, Birmingham. And it's beaten down and Foster by the upright. Now Tompkins. One of the local lads in the West Ham setup. Well run by Ridgewell, but straight to Noble. Really got some power behind that drive towards the post. Only his third goal this season. Could well be a vital one. Kleb. Ferguson having to scrap for it against Freddie Sears. Now Kleb again, keen to get on the ball. The Belarus international. Spector spotted the danger though. Piquion. Spector, who again tonight has his advanced midfield role. But he occupied so effectively against Manchester United, his former club, of course, in the quarter-finals. Johnson, strong as ever, resilient as ever. So too, though, was Parker. Real determination behind that challenge from a man that West Ham are desperate to keep. They certainly don't want to sell him on in the transfer window, whatever the circumstances. Carter bent it in. Good take by Green. Really alert in that West Ham goal. West Ham thirsting for cup success after so many barren years. It's their 8th appearance at this stage of the League Cup, but their first since 1990. Johnson stretching. And again. That's off Gardner. There seems to be a regular selection these days under Alex McLeish. Obinna taking on Johnson. Upson with the cross. More danger beckoning then as Folbert came in. Stole in round the back. And Fahy just about kept him at bay. Parker with the corner kick. As the Hammers look to push home their early supremacy in this game. And the Spectre, this is Noble. Parker. Not what he intended for once. He's had an excellent season though, in a struggling team too. Tottenham have shown interest again in him, as they did back in the summer when West Ham rejected their offer. Trevor Brooking, Karen Brady, the chief executive alongside him there, they'll be very, very keen to hold on to the services of Scott Parker. Even though the club do have massive debts that need to be attended to. Sell Parker and they will have big problems staying in the Premier League, surely. Here's Parker again. He is the main cog in midfield in tandem with Noble. And Spector here, who's got a side of goal. Decent effort too. Pushed away by Foster, who got really strong hands behind him. But suddenly a path to goal opened up then for Spector. Birmingham didn't close him down. They are normally pretty tight defensively. But they're very indebted to their keeper again there, that it's stayed at 1-0. Tompkins, tipped over by Foster. West Ham really going for it now, at almost the midway point in the first half. Now, Richwell felt he was being leaned on. Foster reacted superbly to clip it over the top and deny the Hammers that second goal. Tompkins, the central defender. Parker. Birmingham not looking too comfortable here. Certainly no sign that West Ham are playing like a team at the bottom of the Premier League. They have had some improved results lately, that flip at Newcastle apart. Only one loss in their last 6. And they've certainly opened up very brightly here. Now the flag is up for offside. But the home fans warming to them as they set about their task of giving themselves something to bite on for the second leg at St Andrews. Parker involved in everything they try to do. Noble was offside. Upson. Here's Gardner for Birmingham. Then Roger Johnson. Forced into that error by West Ham's determination. Advice for Stephen Carr, who's a League Cup winner from his time with Tottenham back in 1999 against Leicester in the final. And McLeish himself had plenty of success, of course, up in Scotland with Aberdeen and with Rangers. 5 times a winner of the Scottish equivalent of the League Cup. 3 times as a player and twice as a manager. Other way round, actually. 3 times as a manager and twice as a player. Did you get my drift? He's a winner, and he'll expect his team to come battling back in this game. Ferguson. Another who's enjoyed plenty of success from his time up in Scotland in the League Cup. 5 times a winner. A former Rangers man. Here's Scott Dan. Good leap met by Tompkins. Webb. Now Larson. Even period of possession here from Birmingham. Can they find some penetration though? Fahy onto Ridgewell. Jerome set off into the middle, looking to attack this. But again, fairly easy pickings really for Green. Made up his mind to cut for that one. And he was always going to be the winner. Time here for Reid, who played for New Zealand in the World Cup finals, played in all 3 of their matches. But recently was sent off in a friendly for his country. Getting his chance now then for West Ham. A fairly rare start. Dan. Larson thought that Carr had ventured further upfield. Both teams average only a goal a game in Premier League football this season, so we're not expecting an avalanche of goals in this semi-final. One so far, scored by Mark Noble of West Ham. 12 minutes in. Gardner. Easily played out then by Upson. His own future is in some doubt. His contract's up in the summer, and there was a suggestion that he might be sold on in the January transfer window. He himself is prepared to be patient. See what the club decide to do. Sears on here to Piquion. Oh, was there contact there from Johnson? Well, in fairness, no complaint from Piquion. Quickly back on his feet and Phil Dow taking no action. Certainly wasn't a penalty. Kept on by Sears. Mind you, from that angle, Johnson almost had hold of him. He certainly had his arm round him, but only with the faintest of touches. And Piquion didn't really make the most of it. So we'll give him credit for that. Poor touch from Jerome. Not really finding their rhythm so far, McLeish's side. His opposite number, Avram Grant, has a good record in semi-finals. Played 3-1-3. Although he has gone on to lose all 3 in the finals themselves. Played by Dan, but not very effectively. Almost casually then. That was Ferguson. Webb did well then to keep possession, keep it going here for Blues. Jerome was lurking in the centre. Parker stayed calm, but they've given it back to Birmingham too cheaply, West Ham. Here's Hleb again. Now Fahy. Linking with Gardner. Then camera at Jerome. Just couldn't quite work it back to a teammate. And Obinna on the break now then for the Hammers. Off goes Sears. Obinna streaking forward in support. Spector trying to lay it back then to Obinna. Now he has found him. The danger hasn't passed yet. Obinna! Great stop by Foster. He's keeping his team in this first leg. Excellent work by Obinna. Yeah, just inside the post that was heading. before Foster's timely intervention, showing his England class. Some felt it was a gamble when he left Manchester United. Wasn't prepared to wait any longer to get regular games. He certainly had them with Birmingham, and he's proved a very, very able successor to Joe Hart. Of course, was with the Blues last season. Parker's corner, won by Tompkins, but no power behind it. More frustration for Jerome. There was a suggestion they might have started with Matt Derbyshire up front in tandem with Jerome tonight. But McLeish has gone with just a one-up. Stringing five across midfield with Gleb in particular. Invited to get forward and joining Jerome up front. So far, Tompkins keeping Jerome pretty quiet. That was Reed. Ferguson showing a typical determination and tenacity. You got one or two who can bite there in midfield, but then so too have West Ham. Parker. On to Faubert. Sears ahead of him. Can't squeeze it through though, thanks to Ridgewell. Certainly has been a revival in the Hammers' fortunes recently, despite that setback at Newcastle, which he apologised for by email. Obinna, shot charged down. The whole posse of defenders back there for Blues. Very determined not to concede another. Tompkins. Now Scott Parker, so much is channeled through him. What a good ball that is as well. Picking out Faubert. They've got a few up here, West Ham. You get a second crack at it. Julian Faubert. Foster hanging on. Good play then by Reed. Well appreciated by the Hammers fans. Noble. On to Faubert, and it's Sears. Rather snatched at it. Big shots for him. He was a scorer recently, having gone a long time without a goal for West Ham. Scored in the game against Wolves in the Premier League, and generally has impressed Avram Grant, who wants him to express himself more. Well, he nearly did that with a goal. Here's another who's been a Hammers fan for most of his life. They're really up for this game tonight, the home team. Touching challenge then by Spector. They are chasing and hunting players down. And the Hammers fans are loving it. Some might be saying, why haven't we seen this week in, week out in the Premier League? They have already been beaten 4 times at home in the league in this campaign. They're facing a Birmingham team who'd won only once so far on their travels in the top division. Their recent success at Blackpool, which was their first away in league football for about 10 months. Barker in trouble. Gardner. Ran into Tompkins. Again in control. Back there for West Ham. Birmingham haven't as yet really been able to get at them. Here's Dan, who got the winner up at Blackpool. Very late on too. A 2-1 success over Ian Holloway's team. Jerome. Passing down a bit though by Reed, who stood his ground well. Hasn't shown too many early nerves, has he? The young man from New Zealand. Ten minutes of the first half to go. Not much really happening for Jerome up front. He needs the service. Into double figures last season, but he's not been able to match that in this campaign. Just a 4 so far. Upson, who had 4 years with Birmingham before his move down south to East London, to West Ham. And of course started out in the capital, or at least went to Arsenal. He was a Luton player too. It was really when he moved to St Andrews that he started making a name for himself as an outstanding central defender. Noble. He's won the throw. Much to Larsson's disgust. This might well be Larsson's final game in a Birmingham shirt, we shall see. Obinna couldn't quite slot it on for Parker, who made himself available. Here's Larsson again, the Swede. It's cut out easily by Upson. He hasn't really been phased by having to switch roles tonight, playing on the left. Obinna on to Sears. Well, the idea was there. Couldn't quite keep it down, the young man. But he's got his confidence back. That's why they sent him out on loan, to get some games under his belt with Scunthorpe. And he's returned refreshed, and certainly looking as if he can push for a regular place in this West Ham team. He played more centrally in the past, but Avram Grant wanted him to show what he can do out on the right, and it's worked. Carr unhappy with the challenge. Upson. Just beyond Frederick Piquion. So it's Scott Dan for Birmingham. Clare. Reed's up for the task again. Keeping things tight through the middle at the moment. West Ham. Parker. On by Sears. Piquion. Ran into Clare. But he's kept it going here. Piquion. Thought about a strike on goal. Upson. Back into Obinna. He'll have a go. And he's not been at his sharpest this season. Disappointment for Avram Grant. And certainly for Victor Obinna. But he has got 2 goals from earlier rounds of the Carling Cup. One in the Premier League as well. That was not among his better efforts. And the free kick will have to be taken further back. Into the last 5 minutes of the first half in this Carling Cup semi-final first leg. Yeah, no idea. But they know. Larson. Hooked out by Ferguson. De Kleb. He has that knack of losing opponents with a clever turn, a clever twist. He goes Parker on Carr. Maybe biting it a bit too hard then. It was certainly aggressive. Just calm it down a little seems to be the message from referee Dow. I think his feet just about stayed on the ground then, Parker. He won't shirk a challenge, that's for sure. Larsson's free kick. You've got some big guys up there, including Johnson, who was on the near post. Green got in ahead of him before any damage was inflicted. Jerome's after this one, and he's got some pace too. Dragging Tompkins out of the centre, but that's over the line. And yet again, it's a letdown for Cameron Jerome. Birmingham doing their best to make sure that he's not isolated up front. They haven't created too much in truth. We've got a free kick here. Piquion judged to be the guilty party. Another chance for Larsson to toss one in. Larsson, who scored from the penalty spot in the quarter-final win over Aston Villa. Here is Larsson's kick. It's got down well wide. Not even close from the giant centre half. Well, got some height, but nothing to disturb Rob Green on the West Ham goal line. Well, he'll be wanting certainly more in terms of opportunities for his side in the second half. He says he has brought his team to East London intending to attack. We shan't be parking the bus, he says, in the penalty box. Well, they've had a fair amount of possession, but haven't done enough with it, really. Glenn. Always looking to get something started. Well, that was loose sent from Gardner, and it's put his team under a bit of pressure here. Sears. Clipped in towards a Binner. That's good defending there by Larsson, who come tracking back. Gardner keen to make amends for giving the ball away so carelessly. Off goes Ridgewell. He's not really going to go steaming down that line, and now he's got a long way back. Noble. Sears. This is Parker, as ever at the fulcrum. In midfield, Obina onto Spector. They might have made more of that then. And as it is, Tompkins is covering at the other end. 1 extra minute at the end of the first 45. What a curious throw then by Larson, but he's got away with it. Corner off Tompkins. Jerome in the 6-yard box. The big guys are up from the back too. Dan and Johnson. And Bridgewell. Upson keeping a watchful eye on him. Over the lot of them. Gartner. Birmingham's top scorer, remember, this season. Bit of a stumble from Bridgewell. Can't work it back. And Parker plays it away. Conley. Piquion. But even at full stretch, he can't quite keep it going. I think that's Dan in some distress. He's not one to feign injury. That looks rather nasty. Bridgewell doing his best to console him here. And in fact, the whistle has gone for half-time. And what a good first 45 minutes it was for West Ham, the home team in this Carling Cup semi-final first leg. Mark Noble with the early goal to give them a real lift here, and Birmingham have found it tough creating chances of their own and have concern here, certainly for central defender Scott Dan. But at the halfway stage, it's West Ham leading Birmingham City by 1-0.
Australia's tilt at a 4th straight crown continues.
Join me tonight when the Aussies take on the Kiwis.
Mr. Cricket's on the panel, and our own Shane Watson's reporting from the ground.
The Cricket World Cup.
Live on Fox Sports, Australia's sports leader. Sunday, the NAB Cup continues. AFL New Boys, the Gold Coast Suns, take on the Eagles in a thrilling West Coast encounter.
Icing on the cake.
The NAB Cup, 7:30 Sunday, live on Fox Sports.
By way of Geelong, Victoria, Australia, George Saturapula.
This sport is real and it's exciting, and people want to see a real good fight. It dates back to caveman. Our raw instincts, they see it coming out in the cage.
It's over! George Saturapoulos! Good left hook by George.
I have a lot of respect for George, actually. Of all the guys you look around in the lightweight division, he's probably one of the most well-rounded. I will not be surprised at all if he becomes UFC lightweight champion. He's awesome, man.
He's the most skillful Aussie fighter that we've ever had in the UFC. No question.
I fight to win. The way I fight is exciting.
UFC 127, Sunday, February 27 from 2 p.m. on Main Event. Order now.
Sunday night, a Fox Sports football bonanza.
Oh, sensational!
11:30, we kick off with the Crazy Gang from Soccer AM. Then live Premier League action. King Kenny's Reds look to continue their charge up the table. West Ham take on Liverpool.
Oh, what a goal!
We round things off with the first silverware of the season, the Carling Cup final, live. Arsenal take on Birmingham.
And it's a wonderful finish.
Sunday night football special, live Fox Sports.
West Ham were right on top of their game, certainly didn't play like a team at the foot of the Premier League, and were fully deserving of their lead at this stage, earned through Mark Noble. The man who joined the club as a schoolboy and has been such a success for them. So will we see a different Birmingham in this second half? The lucky scarf is on for Avram Grant. It's also getting colder. He says he's not too keen on superstitions. Here's Johnson. No question they have to raise their game. Birmingham City. Otherwise there's every chance they will concede again. Normally they're pretty rock solid at the back. They didn't look that way in the first half. But here's Gardner now, looking to press right from the off here. Murphy. He's had to play second fiddle to Ridgewell in terms of the pecking order this season. They did play at the weekend and scored an excellent free kick too. Wally Downs here is the defence coach at West Ham. A disappointment a short while ago. It's coincided with certainly an improvement in their form in that department. And he's quite a character, the former Wimbledon man, one of the crazy gang. Johnson's header for Birmingham, then Gardner. Parker making sure he didn't link up initially with Jerome, but here comes Sleb. Didn't influence the game enough in the first half for Birmingham. They'll want him probing a little nearer goal. He will have had some harsh words, I'm sure, to say in the dressing room during the interval. West Ham have lost only one of their last 8 meetings with Birmingham, and they've won 4 of them. So far it's going their way in this semi-final. Gardner to whip this one across. And there was an offence in there. Free kick to the Hammers. Green, who had very little to do really in the first half. I think there was a push on Reed by Cameron Jerome. Who needs the service, needs the support. Ferguson and Spector clashing in midfield. Spector is certainly an all-action player, but it was something of a surprise when he was thrown into this midfield role against Manchester United. He responded with 2 goals and a super all-round display as well. The scorer again at the weekend, but clearly winded after his little altercation there. Now comes Foster to claim he's yet to be on the losing side against West Ham. Maybe that is all to change this evening. And the evidence in the first half, they're in for a tough night. But they'll show some spirit, I'm sure of that, as this game wears on. Reed and Gardner. Oof. Went straight into him, then Gardner, and it was painful for both players. Reed, who acquitted himself rather well in the first half, playing alongside Tompkins at the back. And what is, remember, only his 3rd start for West Ham this season. He came from a Danish club back in the summer. Green checking all is right in front of him from West Ham's perspective. Phil Down not happy about the wall at the moment. Big chance here maybe then for Birmingham to strike back. Sebastian Larsson hovering. Gardner is there too, and he can certainly hit them. Here is Craig Gardner. Whistles past the post, not close enough though. As he looks to add to his 5-goal tally for the season. No need for Green to respond in the West Ham goal. On by Murphy. Jerome. Laid off neatly here for Larsson. Options through the centre. He's got one with Carr too, motoring down the right. Upson does enough. But a corner to Birmingham. They'll certainly come out showing more purpose than they did for much of the first half. To keep their travelling support happy. Larson with the kick, just over Ridgewell. That was Parker who smuggled it away, but only to Kleb. Gardner. Decent ball as well in search of Larson. Johnson, who stayed up there. Still Roger Johnson. Nifty footwork from him. It's another corner. They are biting back here. Clever stuff from Johnson. That was the Birmingham old boy, Upson, who denied him in the end. Larson to try once more. And that will be a goal kick and some respite for West Ham after a positive start here from Birmingham in the second period. That's more like it, he's thinking. All of Birmingham's matches in the earlier rounds had been at home with wins over League One sides, Rochdale, MK Dons and Brentford. And then the big one with Villa in the quarter-final, which they came through to earn this semi-final game with West Ham. Ferguson to Hlett. Shrugging off the challenge from Spector. Larson on for Hlett. Couldn't quite link up though with Fahy. But they can try again now. Start from the back with Johnson. Ridgewell. Piquion striding back, brushed him over, but illegally. Will forwards challenge that one from Piquion. It's a clumsy tackle. It might yet be a costly one too. They have some more defending to do, West Ham. Larson has the likes of Johnson, Ridgewell to aim for. Cameron Jerome in the mix as well. Easily read though by Rob Green. Now he's released Parker. Obino's up front here. Spector. Very careless. As were Birmingham. Faubert. Made it for Sears. Couldn't get a shot away though. Murphy made sure of that. Gardner. No handball. Glad. What a fight pass that is. Away goes Stephen Carr. It's still Carr persisting. And another Birmingham corner as they look to turn the heat up on West Ham. Sears, who had this chance at the other end, didn't quite sit up for him. Eager though he is. So keen to continue his career with West Ham now that he's back in business. Good header off the line. It was Jerome's header. What a let off there for West Ham. Freddie Sears, who came to the rescue. Jerome ducking in. And he certainly got some purchase on that header. Sears in the right place though. The sentry on the post. And he managed to get it away. 10 minutes into the second half. Birmingham so close to an equaliser. Here they come again with Larson's kick. This time it is in from Ridgewell. It's 1-1. And they are very much back in this Carling Cup semi-final. Poor marking in truth by West Ham. Definitely finishing from Liam Ridgewell. That must have been some half-time pep talk from Alex McLeish. They have come out all guns blazing in this second half. He's got between two defenders there. No response from Green. Not much chance of reaching it. Really good header then, beyond the keeper, by the far post from Ridgewell. That's more like it. His fourth goal of the campaign has levelled things up at Upton Park. Who cares if it's cold when your team have just scored? Yeah, put it back on though, could you? And it's wide open again now. Everything to play for. And of course the home leg to come at St Andrews, which has become something of a fortress for Birmingham City. We had a 2-2 scoreline there in the Premier League back in November. I remember West Ham was something were in control of that game until Zigic came on, the giant Serb for Birmingham. And they've got him in reserve this evening. Anytime there's a problem here for Larson. Seems to be in agony, the Swedish international. He won't stand for any nonsense, Phil Dowd. Suddenly the mood has changed in East London. Well, I think it was a clash with Obinna. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, he lashed out at him. And he may well have been sent off. He has been red carded. Very painful indeed for Sebastian Larson. And very foolish from Victor Obinna. What was he thinking of? It's a long trudge to the dressing room for him. And Avram Grant will be absolutely furious. That petulance from the Nigerian could be very, very expensive for his team. Just a bit of confusion there as to what decision Phil Dowd had made. West Ham, no mistake, are down to 10 men. Now he has got big problems. Larson, who seems to be okay, taking the free kick himself. Kleb. A very different picture now in this semi-final in the second half. That was Johnson. No one up in support to make the most of his header. Can they go on now and take a firm grip on this semi-final? That's what he'll be hoping, McLeish. After the sending off of Victor Obinna. What on earth was he thinking of? Johnson. Here's Barry Ferguson. Well, West Ham need to get their heads up again. Suddenly it's all turned sour. Larson rolled on for Carr. Almost into the path of Fled then. He couldn't quite latch on to it. Much to Green's relief. Over Piquion, the flag was up anyway in Birmingham's favour. Upson's throw, and it ended up with a sending off for Victor Obinna as he backheeled Bastian Larsen. Such a reckless act. Carr into Gardner. Barry Ferguson always looking for that incisive pass. It's Gardner, flicked away by Faubert. It's all Birmingham now. Such a change around. On by Fahy. Larson on to Clem. Now Jerome can't find a way through though, thanks to Reed. Parker on the break to Piquion. No support down this right side. Looking for Faubert to get up there. Taking the kick quickly. But Carr managing to lash it away. Now Tompkins. That's Noble caught in possession. Away goes Gardner. He's got Jerome up with him. And into Tompkins. So they are really taking the game by the scruff of the neck now. Birmingham City transformed since the break. And looking now to seize the initiative. Gardner lining this one up. There's concern on those West Ham faces. Clipped in by Ferguson. Oh, another free header for Liam Ridgewell. Saved this time by Green. To spare his fellow defenders blushes. He came from nowhere. Nobody picked him up. He's gone right round the back of Faubert. Just onside. Close call. Over Reed. But straight at the keeper. Keeper had to respond pretty well then, Green, with a strong right hand to keep Ridgewell out and prevent him from scoring again. Cole. And Noble. This is Hines. Parker to take it on. Plenty up here for West Ham. Again, can he pull it back? Only straight at Roger Johnson. Well, that was more promising then from the home side. They haven't really stretched Foster in this second half, in truth. Cole waiting to pounce inside the 6-yard box. That was Reed. Maybe a deflection on the way. Ferguson to Larson. This is Fled. They're not quite on the same wavelength as Cameron Jerome. But this, you feel, not good enough for Avram Grant's team. Fahy. Murphy had gone on the overlap. This is Alexander Clare. Meaty challenge by Reed to win possession back for West Ham. Off goes Parker. Spector making a run down this right side as he got the legs on Murphy. Still Spector. Chance. Oh, it's in! Carlton Cole! Calamity for Foster. The substitution has paid off big time. And West Ham are back in front. It's elation for West Ham. It really looked a tame finish in truth from Carlton Cole. The two-goal man against Manchester United has struck again. Spector had time to look up. He's picked him out extremely well too. Very loose marking by Birmingham and very sloppy goalkeeping, you have to say, from Ben Foster of all people. So often a hero for Birmingham this season, he's the villain this time. But a long, long way to go yet in this semi-final, and he knows it, Avram Grant. Foster just seemed to lose his concentration, as did the defenders in front of him. Parker. On for Noble. Here's Hines. Cole. Birmingham wanting offside. No flag. Still Cole. Pressing for the 10 of West Ham. Who've hauled themselves back into the lead. That's what it seemed. It was going Birmingham's way. Thunderous look now on the face of Alex McLeish. Fahy stepping away from Spector. Couldn't find Gardner. Now it's Fleb. Trying to let fly. Not much room back there though. Fleb again. Trying to play Ferguson in this time. No question of Birmingham sitting back. It's Fahy's ball in. Cleared by Tompkins. Into the last 10 minutes. Barry Ferguson. Clare. No, it was behind Stephen Carr. A wasted opportunity. But he certainly took his. But they lost their defensive shape. Ridgewell stepped up there. He let in Cole. And then, well, it was down to Foster to save it. And he's tipped it behind him. Larson in a hurry here for Birmingham. Very, very keen to level things up at least before the return. Webb. Now Barry Ferguson. But Fahy alongside. Shows the wrong option there. Here's Cole. The England international has found young Hines. Another product of the academy at Upton Park. He's not been too keen to discuss his position, and no wonder really. He wanted to talk about this semi-final beforehand. Constantly being asked questions about his future. It hangs in the balance, I think it's fair to say that. A win tonight won't do him any harm. Green, who knows all about goalkeeping accidents from his own experiences with England in the World Cup. Goalkeepers Union will certainly have sympathy for Ben Foster. Down goes Carr, free kick to Birmingham. Again looking to take the game to West Ham. This is Beausejour, I think they're going to send on now. Goes Alexander Kleb. And Jean Beausejour, the Chilean international, comes on to take his place. Certainly capable of creating something here for Blues in the remaining minutes. Larsson's ball in. Just about smothered by West Ham, by Winston Reid. Fahy. Beausejour. And the flag's up. Confusion. They won't be too happy. It's certainly not the way that second goal was conceded, Alex McLeish. It was all going rather nicely up until then. Noble. Fahy's on to it. Beausejour. Roger Johnson. On to Ferguson. West Ham just leaving Cole upfield as they try to repel Birmingham once again. It's fallen for Murphy. Off the chest of Spector. Peter Grant, the assistant to McLeish, in conversation here with the manager. Can they conjure up another twist? Beausejour is teasing Faubert. This is Murphy now. Came off the boot of Gardner, I think, to Carr. Birmingham still well represented in the penalty box. Flying save from Green. Just to keep things out of harm's way. It's got behind, I think. Nobody really attacking it anyway in a blue jersey. As Carr made inroads down that right side. It's pretty intense now. Beausejour for Birmingham. Then Fahy. Asking a bit too much surely of Gardner. Tompkins had covered his run, and here's the big guy. Nicola on for Larsson. As I was mentioning earlier, in the league game at St Andrews, he made a big difference when he was introduced. Rather changed the course of the game. The man who scored a winning goal in the quarter-final against local neighbours and big rivals Aston Villa, writing his name into Birmingham folklore. Tompkins presumably has the task of policing him, if he can. Probably won't out-jump him. Just under 6'8". Zigic, one of the tallest players in world football. In truth, he's blown rather hot and cold for Birmingham so far this season, his first since his transfer from Valencia. He'll be praying his defenders cope with Zigic. Beausejour on a run here for Blues, taking on Faubert. Didn't have enough though to get away from him. Solid defending by the Frenchman. Spector. Too heavy for Cole down the centre. Less than 3 minutes plus stoppage time to go. In this topsy-turvy first leg of the semi-final. Ferguson. Now Beausejour. Gardner. Rather ambitious. Long way out there. Johnson. And straight to Matthew Upson. That's Noble. His early goals seem to have set West Ham on their way before Birmingham's response in the second half. And now the Hammers back in control thanks to Cole, who's on the ball again. No way past Ferguson, and he surely found him in the end. He did. Fahy with a measured cross, Sigic! Pretty close. Decent effort then from the Serbian international. Oh, just the wrong side of the post. I'm not sure that Green could have done too much about that had it been on target. Mark Noble is not going to see out the 90 minutes, but has played his part, no question. Kovac will take his place in midfield. Remember, he's only just come back to full fitness, Mark Noble, after a hip problem that kept him out, certainly for all of December. Kovac, the former Czech Republic international.
The fourth official has indicated at least 3 added minutes.
On for what will be about 3 added minutes, yeah. Can they extend their advantage? It's Carr and Hines disputing possession. Another test in the air for Winston Reid. A little bit of confusion. Cameron Jerome trying to capitalise on it. Ferguson. Fahy tried to step away from Hines, who brought him down. He can hardly bear to watch. I should cling onto that lucky scarf if I were you, Avram. Hope that your defenders can batten down the hatches. Get these now remaining 2 minutes of time added on. Fahy with the kick. Cole's back there. And by Ferguson. Might fall for Beausejour. Tompkins away. Desperate times now for West Ham. Hit long by Carr. That's a foul by Johnson, who's leaning all over Faubert. What relief for West Ham. At this stage, he'll probably settle for this. A really tough night ahead of them, both teams. In the second leg at St Andrews, Alex McLeish will guarantee that for Avram Grant's team. Ridgewell with that attempted clearance. Here goes Spector. It's a Birmingham throw. Time almost running out for them in terms of this first leg. The target tonight was at the very least a draw. Alex McLeish saying that beforehand. As it stands, they will have to come from behind in a fortnight's time. Zigic. On to Jerome, battling away up front there. Here's Gardner now. Robust challenge from Tompkins. But he has conceded the throw. Real urgency now from Birmingham. Striving for parity at the end of the first leg. Ups and out. Only to Jerome. The danger hasn't passed yet. Oof, maybe now it has. We've had those 3 added minutes. Upfield, go on. That's the message from Rob Green. He's happy just to clear it anywhere now. And West Ham will have a lead, an advantage to defend at St Andrews. 2-1 winners on the night. Just when it seemed it was all going wrong for them. After the equalising goal and the sending off, the needless dismissal surely of Victor Obinna. But all credit to them, they kept going. They did respond. And thanks to, well, the slippery fingers of Ben Foster, Carlton Cole has given his team this 2-1 lead to take to the West Midlands. It was tight, it was tense tonight, it will be again. You can rest assured of that in a fortnight's time. But it's advantage at this stage. West Ham United in the Carling Cup semi-final. They have beaten Birmingham City tonight at Upton Park by 2-1.
Premier League Viewers' Choice, live on Fox Sports.
This is quite unbelievable!
Pick the Premier League game you want to watch. Press red on your remote